Hey Oklahoma and hey everybody. This is me again, Sam Mis-soum. I guess this is campaign update number 3. I know previously I had been telling y'all that we're going to call it the Salmon It Post, and then I would, subtitle it as campaign update number 1, number 2, and this time number 3. However, let's simplify it and just call it campaign. We're going to call these videos the campaign update. TCU, number 3. No relation to, I believe, the Horned Frogs. Because I myself went to Auburn and we never were really fans of TCU claiming BCS prominence over us. But I'll leave that for another day. If I'm going to win the selection, I better not show my SEC bias. We are in Big 12 country. So, anyhow, update number 1 in this video is we are trying out a new video system. I'm really good at a lot of things, but sometimes when it comes to the technicalities and the little details of this new camera system called the Nevo, uh, sometimes I don't always get it right. So there you go. I know a couple of my friends on Facebook did comment tips such as using a microphone and trying to be in the center of the video frame, not having too much space behind my head. Everybody was nice enough not to mention that I talk forever, but I think it's an implicit criticism that I'm very well aware of. But anyhow, so yeah, and then if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. The phone is connected wirelessly to this camera system. I can do lots of things with it, zoom in, zoom out, pan, stabilization, but I'm not here to make a review of this camera. I'm here to give you a campaign update. So it's going to be a learning process. I apologize if the previous videos were lacking in quality or in professionalism, but and not to my own horn, but sometimes things are urgent. Sometimes I just want to get things out as soon as possible and let you guys know what's up. So, if you're going to count that against me, I'll take that in stride. So, but I do appreciate everybody's comments and advice and critiques. And as you watch this video, if you think there's something else we can do to make this better, I would appreciate it. So, going from there, a couple of you guys, let me list it down. A couple of you guys messaged me wanting more details on actual plan proposals, namely repealing right to work, how we're going to make education better in the states, with the Oklahoma Education Association, the teacher strike or teacher walkout, however you want to term it, and how to invest in our children, and then thirdly, consumer protection laws, which I know most likely falls under the purview of the Commissioner of Insurance, I believe. And I think one of my fellow Democrats, I believe it's Kimberly Fobbs, she's running for that position, or at least I'm cognizant of her candidacy. So, if this is the independent blue, light blue wave, or purple, no, it would be purple, right? Because blue to red and then independents are in the middle, so we call that purple. So if this is the purple blue wave that we expect in November, hopefully, maybe we'll have several of our fellow independents and Democrats running the show and serving the people of Oklahoma. And the more collaboration we have among executive positions, among state legislators, as well as between government and the voter, the Oklahoman that we are elected to serve, I think the better. So let's work on that, and maybe we can slowly and surely get there. So, uh, but I believe those 3 topics are kind of my cornerstones. Are the cornerstones of this campaign. It's all about you. It's all about why. And I believe for you to be great, you to be prosperous, uh, you have to understand why that's important, and why that's important is not just because you benefit, but collectively we benefit as a state and as a trust fund for our children in the future and for the welfare of the state. Excuse me. Anyhow, allergies are acting up again, but I'm functioning. Anyhow, uh, so once you understand why we're going to do what we want to do, we have to now go on to the next step of how. And if you remember, this has been kind of the running theme. It's important to know your who, what, when, where, and how, but you want to start off with your why, understanding the purpose of your mission, the purpose of your existence, whether it's your existence economically, religiously, familially, your citizenry, socially, your civic duty, as a lover, as a father, as a mother, as a sister, brother, son, as a soldier defending our freedom, serving overseas. Are you there just to be there, or is there a greater purpose and mission at hand? And once we realize, or at least if we can paint a decent enough why that will let us get up every morning and fight tooth and nail even on the bad days for what we want to accomplish, then I think collectively we make this world, state, home, family, town, village, club, gym a better place to be at and to live in. So um, now, like I said, I think we're at that point, in the campaign where I think I have ran on this theme for a while of why, and I think you understand our why we are, why I am running for Commissioner of Labor to serve you as Oklahoma's Commissioner of Labor in 2018. Why you are going to vote this election period, why 2018 is important to you, why you don't accept what's happening in Washington, D.C., why you don't accept politicians and leaders that, uh, you know, think it's okay to, taunt nuclear wars online, be online bullies, shame women, shame minorities, shame people of different religious, ethnic, and sexual orientations. Uh, to foster a climate where you think you serve only a portion of this country or a portion of this state. I am explicit in saying to serve Oklahoma, to serve you as the 2018 Commissioner of Labor for at least 4 years, hopefully, and 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 then you can go sub level below that and then see why exactly I want to serve. Everything from understanding education is everything. And when I say education, I'm not saying a fancy degree from Harvard or an engineering degree from Oklahoma State or a business degree from the University of Oklahoma. Or a law degree from Tulsa University. I'm talking about even technical training, plumbing, welding, radiology, technician work, calibration, wind, energy, solar, those are things that are very much needed and are very valued in today's society. We just need to uh, you know, we just need to paint a picture where we know that that is possible. And when we paint that picture, I think, I guess, let's say, uh, lots of other people in our kids and upcoming generations may start with a blank canvas. But if we give them the right tools, the brush, and we give them the right supplies and arm them with the paint, the metaphorical paint. And what I mean by that is education, opportunities, support, mental, social help, whether, they're facing bullying, suicidal thoughts, emotional grief, PTSD for our returning heroes in the military. Whatever it is, we need to take care of upcoming generations when it comes to education on many fronts. So I'm not just talking about books and pencils. I'm not just talking about better raises for teachers. I'm talking about an inclusive, thorough, comprehensive approach where we take care of everybody. I mean, everybody's needs. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but my parents are immigrants, and that from the countries that they came from, uh, you know, uh, maybe they weren't the freest, maybe they weren't the best, maybe they didn't have the best militaries or the best technology or the best infrastructure, but what they did believe in was a vision that their children had to be, and the upcoming generations had to be given opportunity and a blank canvas, but supplied with the right tools and the right paint. So much so that they cared about their mental health, their religious freedoms, their passions, their aspirations, ambitions. Let's see, just a moment. Uh, it has to be just inclusive. If parents are divorced, if there's a problem at home, kind of giving that counseling and support that students need. I'm a big proponent of mental health. We're not all strong. My mother passed away close to 5 years ago. I finally knew what mental weakness was. I'm a case in, seeking my opportunities, seeking my benefits and blessings to better myself. But I do know that that is not available to everyone. And if I went through what I went through, and by the grace of God and by the grace of my own hard headedness could do what I can do, and now hopefully putting myself in front of this camera to hopefully win you over to serve as Oklahoma Commissioner of Labor, then I don't think people that have no access to services, maybe I don't think they would fare as well, and that's a problem. We lose generations, we lose so much economic value that way, we lose so much social value, so much civic value, we lose so much just inherent human value that way. And I think it is an imperative of our human duty to one another to take care of thy neighbor. So uh, I do plan out. So sorry for the tangent, but I think you guys know me by now. I like to philosophize, but I think if you know not only my vision or and policy, but if you know my philosophy, I think you guys will be better equipped to elect me come November. Um, and I plan in the next week to roll out some videos and graphics regarding uh, exact details of my education plan and the inclusive nature of it and how I look to do it, not just politically or socially, but also financially. I think we can talk all day, but you can't walk the walk. We might as well shut up, right? Number two, repealing right to work. Why? I think we've discussed that in previous videos. It robs our force, our economic engine, our economic backbone of the state of so much potential. And that potential is not just dollar signs. The dollar signs leads to time. Time leads to 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 mental health, social health, family health, to being able to invest in your family, invest in your community, and it's just a big ecosystem that sometimes I think in a world and a society today where we look for half-baked solutions, simple answers to hard questions. We cannot just we as an electorate and as elected leaders cannot just fall back and be intellectually lazy and consider just the immediate view of what we're looking at. So what I mean by that is um, we can just look at the price tag of a policy and then say, oh no, well, it's not worth it. But do we really know the inherent consequences for not investing now in that policy? It's like uh, buying a car with no brakes and no airbags and no seatbelts. The immediate benefit is, wow, you have a really cheap car. But the consequences far outweigh the benefit of that low cost. And the consequences is a potential injury that will cost you more than that low cost of car. And more, direct to the point, your life. And then without that life being here, then what does that impact your family and your work and your neighborhood and the et cetera, et cetera. So uh, maybe that was a weird example. I guess it's because I'm fixing one of my own car projects, but hey, take it for what it is. And then lastly, I want to come out with some details regarding why I believe consumer protection laws and being not only uh, fiercely supportive, but I want to be a fierce advocate of consumer protection laws in this state, whether it is from your health insurance, from medical providers, hospitals, whether it is from the IRS, whether it's taxes, state taxes, federal taxes, whether it is colleges, universities, tuition and whatnot. But overall, most importantly and most directly, as it pertains to our workforce, I would say payday loans, predatory loans, exorbitant, outright robbery type level of interest rates. We can look at our society from a moralistic and ethical perspective, as well as a religious perspective, and as well as a math, numbers perspective. And these loans, these predatory practices that we allow to continue unabated in this state, they might help a few outside companies, pad their profits and report great profits to their shareholders, but it doesn't improve the lives and the value of the shareholders of this state. And the shareholders of this state are you and I, citizens of Oklahoma, people that decided to come to a place like Oklahoma, to stay here, no matter how hot or how cold it got, how windy or how messy it got, no matter how crazy our politics and our economy got it, or how great it got. We're here through thick and thin, and you know, right now we're going through the thick of it, politically and economically, and I believe if we can eradicate this tumor, this cancerous, existence of predatory loans. So, like I said, you find them in predominantly minority areas, predominantly low income areas, people that are already screwed and taking advantage of a system, as the Supreme Court the other day passed narrowly. The inability to unionize and for organized labor to occur, to demand better wages, living conditions, and benefits. They're already being screwed by that current state. Then they have to go and make ends meet for the week or for the month. Then they are forced to go and take a horrible predatory loan, which then is a modern version of indentured servitude. Uh, you know, um, and like I said, that's like a cancerous tumor on our economic backbone, our economic workforce. I don't know. That's like having I keep saying workhorse. Let's talk about horses. It's like having a very muscular Arabian, Kentucky, Churchill Downs, whatever you call it, horse. That's a race, pure stock, pure breed horse. Uh, uh, have that horse be ready for game day, but like you don't treat that horse well. You don't feed it well. You don't give it the commensurate reward for its hard work, and that even though day in day out it wins, you keep it underfed, malnourished, and then you force that same horse to go eat from a less productive source of nutritional benefit, and whatnot, something that keeps them bogged down, stuck in the mud, and I mean, you wouldn't expect that horse to do well on race day. So I'm going to apologize for that example. That was a little belabored. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know if it's because I had ESPN on earlier, but I'm just being honest. So, but I hope you guys get the point. So, anyhow, let's call this the end of campaign update number 3. I'm going to make actually campaign update number 4 today, and it's going to cover. We're going to be also distributing videos for early absentee voting. It's actually very, very easy. I'm doing it too. Just to let you know, it is very, very cool. You can do it online. You can have it printed out and mail it in. But I guess if you're watching me right now, you probably would want to do it online. Trust me, it's like 12.4 seconds of your time. I think you can do it on your phone or laptop. It is really, really easy. I'll let you know when my ballot comes in. When it comes in, I'm going to also make a video of it, and we'll go from there. But let's save those details for campaign update number 4. Today is May 24th, Thursday, around 4 p.m., And let's see if this new camera system looks good. I'm gonna upload this for you guys. Y'all let me know about how the video turned out. If you guys agree with me on policy outline, show your support, share the video, like, comment below, whatever. If you think I'm absolutely off topic or off base and or other things that I should look into, again, comment below. Criticize me, curse me, whatever. Message me, and that's that. I try to be photogenic here, but I think what's more important is you know. The exact details of policy and how that's going to better you. It's not about me. I think it's about serving you. I think even as a religious state, we believe a lot of times people, this part of the country believe they are servants to a higher, well, supposedly to a higher level of thinking and ethics and morals and principles. But like I said, we can talk all we can, but we gotta walk the walk. So regardless of whether you believe or don't believe or what have you, uh, if we just go by with the model of thinking about our why, you'll positively land on a destination or whatever that is positive, that is beneficial to you and to your community, and as long as strive every day to attain that whatever that goal is, uh, uh, things usually turn out for the good. So anyhow, we're about 23 minutes in. Again, you notice I'm not giving you guys any promises on video length, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. But we're gonna try to keep these updates brief. But again, I think that's that, guys. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.